Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game Awards.
So I just finished watching the Game Awards, and to start off, I just wanted to say I'm really happy that Baldur's Gate 3 took home Game of the Year this year. I feel like this is a great step in the right direction and a huge win for the industry in general. All the big corporations should look at this and take note.
Just wait till you see Baldur's Gate.
But they probably won't.
You'll never want to leave.
Anyway, moving on, I was pretty hyped watching the Game Awards this year, so I just wanted to do a quick video on the games that looked the most interesting to me. Starting off with this joke from Christopher Judge.
My speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. What?
Okay, now seriously, let's get to it. Number 5. Mecha Break. So there's always something about giant mechs fighting that has always appealed to me. It kind of looks like Gundam or Armored Core. Like, I think this sort of game just triggers a certain part of my brain. That teenage brain part that just loves this sort of action, though I do hope there's a bit more depth to this in the game itself. Nevertheless, this trailer was just awesome to watch. I'm not sure how this will play out, as it looks to be a multiplayer game, I think, and I'm not sure if I'll even touch it, but it just looks so awesome. It actually reminds me of an old Sega game I played at the arcades called Virtual On. Number 4. Camuri. I think what has me most interested in this is the art style. I didn't see any actual gameplay, so it could be the completely wrong game for me, but so far it has my interest. Like, the energy and music and just the vibe of the whole trailer makes it look very appealing. Though I'm just not sure what kind of game it is at this point. The last part of the trailer actually showed a lot of what looked to me like enemies or bosses based on what I'm guessing is Japanese folklore, which I'm pretty keen on. Number 3. Exodus. I got really excited when I saw the trailer for this game. I'm honestly not even sure why, but the whole cinematic and animation and art style just got me really interested. Especially when they mentioned time dilation, and I mean, Matthew McConaughey is in it. There's also what looks like gameplay portions that were shown which look pretty interesting, especially because I think you can see him use powers, though I wouldn't expect this to arrive anytime soon. I also noticed that it doesn't say Steam, which means I'll probably be waiting even longer for this. Number 2. Blade. My jaw dropped when I realized this was a game based on Blade. Seeing the Arcane logo at the start, I was actually initially pretty surprised because I thought it was Redfall or something related to it. I guess I missed the Marvel logo at the start. I think a lot of us have loved this character for a long time now, and the original Wesley Snipes movies were some of the coolest iterations of the character. A video game based on Blade just sounds like such an awesome idea. I really hope they get this right and do the character justice. It's also really subtle, but there's a unique art flair to it that looks pretty cool if you pay attention, but I guess that's the Arcane influence coming through. Number 1. No Rest for the Wicked. So after playing Ori and the Blind Forest, I feel like anything Moon Studios does has my attention, and this trailer is no different. This looks to be quite a change from their side-scrolling Ori games, so I'm really keen to see what they can do with this action exploration title. Like, everything in the trailer has me interested, from the top-down view, the gameplay, the music, the story, the medieval setting, but most of all, the art style. The best part though is that it's already got a Steam page up, and this is definitely one I'm going to keep an eye out for. Now, that's the list of games that piqued my interest the most, but there were a few others that caught my attention too, and I think deserve an honorable mention. First up is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. So this wasn't so much a brand new announcement obviously, but it finally has an official release date, which is pretty exciting. Having been pushed back almost a year means that there was probably a lot that had to be worked on before this would be ready, and I'm glad they elected to delay rather than launching a buggy game. I'm still pretty keen for this, but fingers crossed it doesn't launch like Jedi Survivor. Now, my second honorable mention goes to Power Surge. I didn't really play many of the originals for these games except maybe Golden Axe, but even that was limited. This remake changing it to 3D really looks interesting, and I'm honestly keen to see how it ends up. I think what looks to be Streets of Rage also looks to be pretty cool, and I think being 3D is going to be a much more digestible experience and bring about a much bigger audience. The thing is though, I'm not entirely sure how this will launch. Are these part of a single core game but launch as separate DLCs similar to the Master Chief Collection? Or will this be individual games each launching at different times? I guess only time will tell. Now, moving on to my last honorable mention is Banishes. Again, this is another title that isn't a new announcement, but the whole concept just looks really interesting. The more trailers I see of this game, the more I feel like there's a level of depth and detail that makes this game stand out. The concept of having an ally that travels with you and traversing through another plane feels like something that could be really interesting. I just hope it comes to Steam because so far I've only seen it mention PC, so it could end up on Epic as well. Anyway, that is my list of highlights from the Game Awards for 2023. There were definitely a lot more games, but these are probably the ones I found to be most interesting. Leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the Game Awards this year, and if you agree with any of the games on my list. If you've managed to sit through this whole video, thank you so much for watching. I'm still looking to upload a brand new video once a fortnight, but be sure to let me know what else you'd like to see in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you in the next one.